Good morning, friends. How are you? Hope you are all good. Today, in this particular video, we are going to discuss the chapter number 1 of CFNR law, that is appointment and qualification of directors. Chapter number 1, which deals with appointment and qualification of directors. In this particular chapter, there are learning outcomes, that means objectives, what you will get an understanding after studying this entire chapter, that is appointment and qualification of directors. In this particular chapter, you will get an idea of who will appoint the director, what are the qualifications of directors, whether the director will be appointed by the shareholder or whether board itself, that is the board itself will appoint the directors, what are the qualifications to become the director. All these things you will come to know in this particular chapter. When it comes to Companies Act 2013, the chapter number 11 of the Companies Act 2013 deals with these appointment and qualification of directors. When it comes to your syllabus, paper number 4, Economic and Corporate and Economic Laws, this chapter number is 1. When it comes to Companies Act 2013, it is chapter number 11. Sir, whether we need to remember this chapter number? Obviously, yes. You need to remember this chapter number. That is chapter number 11, which deals with appointment and qualification of directors. First of all, who is called director? Who will appoint the director? Director is director appointed by the board of the company. Appointed to the board of the company. What is board? Board, which can also be called as board of directors. The collective member of directors will called as a board or board of directors. The collective body of the board of directors, the collective body of the directors will be called as a board or board of directors. Who is the director? Director means that director may be appointed by the board of directors with section 161 route or through the shareholders. The definition of director contains in section 2 clause 34. The directors means the directors are the individuals who are appointed to manage the business affairs of the company. Previously in your IPCC, you have learned that company is an artificial person created by law. It can sue or can be sued. Okay, all these powers are there to the company. Who will exercise those powers? Company on its own can come and exercise this power. There should be somebody who represents the company to exercise all the powers which the company can enforce. That person or that collective body is called board of directors or a director. That person is called director. See here, a company is an artificial person created by law having separate legal existence but without any physical body or mind of its own. It needs to be managed through the human beings, though the shareholders being owners are physically available to manage. Shareholders means there will be many number of shareholders. All number of shareholders cannot come and manage the company. So the shareholders will collectively in general meeting. That can be a normal ordinary general meeting or an extraordinary general meeting. They'll appoint the directors. And that director will manage the company. The collective body of the directors is known as the board of directors or a board. Now, section 149. How many directors should be there in a company? Whether there can be 100 directors, 200 directors, or there can be one director. The minimum and maximum number of directors we are going to deal in this particular section, that is section 149. In section 149, normally the types of companies based on their membership, that means number of shareholders, are divided into three: a private company, a public company. Private company with minimum 2 shareholders, or a private company with 1 shareholder, that normally called as 1% company. Now, how many categories of companies are there based on their membership? 3. 1% company, private company. 1% company is also a private company, but based on that membership, we divided the private company also a 1% company and a private company and a public company. Normally, the number of normally in 1% company there will be only one person, that means one shareholder. So we have got a relaxation of having one director, minimum one director in 1% company, minimum of 2 directors in a private company, minimum of 3 directors in a public limited company. How many number of directors? In a 1% company, minimum 1 director. In private company, minimum 2 directors. And in public company, we have 3 directors, minimum 3 directors. What is the maximum number of directors? Maximum number of directors which a company can have. The maximum number of directors for all these 3 category of companies, that means 1% company, private company and a public company, can be 15. Sir, whether there can be lesser also if a private company has its own regulation, that means with its articles of association of a company, there will be, for every company there will be articles of association and a memorandum of association. A private company can restrict the maximum number of directorships to less than 15 also through its articles of association. Sir, whether there can be more than 15 through its articles of association? Obviously no, because the articles cannot override the act, isn't it? The articles of association cannot override the act. So when you want to increase the maximum number of directorships for more than 15, then you need to pass a special resolution. Sir, what about the company if it restricts, that means private company, if it restricts the maximum number of directorships to less than 15? Then, first of all, the private company should amend its articles first. For example, a private limited company, in its articles of association, they mention that the maximum number of directorships cannot exceed 12. When that private company appoints more than 12 directors, that means 12 to 15, in middle between 12 to 15, then first the private company need to amend its articles first. That means they should amend the articles by bringing the 12 maximum number of directorships to a limit that is less than 15, which it appoints, and then after they can appoint. First they need to amend the articles. Now come to the section first. According to section 149(1) of the Companies Act 2013, every company shall have a board of directors consisting of individuals. Only individuals can be a directors. Only individuals can be a directors. Thus, any person other than individuals like a body, corporate, firm or association of persons cannot be appointed as a director. Every company shall have minimum number of directors. See, three categories of company: private, public company, private company, one-person company. In public company, minimum three directors. Private company, two directors. One-person company, one director. Maximum 15. If a company wants to appoint more than 15 directors, what it should do? Number of directors: minimum 3, 2, 1. Maximum 15. More directors can be appointed by passing a special resolution. We have discussed. This this passing of special resolution this passing of special resolution is not applicable to some companies. First of all, that one company is government company. A government company is exempted from the application of section 149(1), which requires a company to have a maximum number of 15 directors. That means it can have more than 15 directors also. If it has more than 15 directors, there is a relaxation of passing a special resolution. That means a government company, without passing a special resolution, it can have more than 15 directors. From the application of first provision of section 149, which enables a company to appoint more than 15 directors after passing a special resolution. That means the passing of special resolution is not applicable to government company which has not made any default in filing its financial statements under section 137 or annual return under section 92. Now, this similar relaxation has been given to the Section 8 company also. That means a Section 8 company also can increase its maximum number of directors more than 15 without passing a special. That means the passing of special resolution is not applicable to two companies. One is a government company and other is the Section 8 company. Remember this. Okay, we will do a quick recap. Minimum number of directors. How many directors should be there in a private company? Two directors. In a public company, three directors. In one-person company, one director. What is the maximum number of directors? 15 directors. Okay. Sir, whether we can appoint more than 15 directors? Yes, you can appoint more than 15 directors. What we need to do? We need to pass a special resolution. The passing of special resolution, there are some exceptions for certain companies. One is a government company and the other is a Section 8 company. Now, the women director. Women director. Sir, whether every company needs should have a woman director, at least one woman director? Obviously no, but there are certain criteria, that is turnover limit, paid up share capital limit, category, whether it is a listed company or unlisted company. There are some categories because there should be a role of a woman in every company. Certain companies which crosses certain limits. What are those criteria? We will check. That criteria are present in Rule 3, which provides that every listed company need to have at least one woman director. Every listed company needs to have at least one woman director. And every other public company, that means it's not a listed company but it is a public company. It is not a listed company but is a public company whose paid up share capital of 100 crore or more. That means a company, any other company that is not listed company whose paid up share capital is 100 crore or more, that company need to have at least one woman director. And or its turnover of 300 crore or more, then that particular company need to have at least one woman director. For the purpose of having a woman director on the board, it is clarified that paid up share capital or turnover, as the case may be, we need to take on the last date of the latest financial statements. Okay. Then what compliance need to be followed by a newly incorporated company? A company which has been incorporated under the Act and is covered by the provisions requiring appointment of a woman director shall apply with such provisions within a period of 6 months. Within a period of 6 months, that company need to comply with this Rule 3, Section 149(1). That is second provision of Section 149(1). Okay, you have appointed a woman director. What if a woman director vacates her office in the company? Within what time this vacancy will be filled? means and any intermittent vacancy, that means vacancy, casual vacancy caused in a woman, caused of casual vacancy of a woman director caused in a company shall be filled by the board at least earliest but not later than immediately next board meeting or 3 months from the date of such vacancy, whichever is latter. Earliest of these two, whichever is latter, immediately next board meeting or 3 months from the date of such vacancy, whichever is latter. There is an example, you can go through this example. Resident director. Residential status in Companies Act is different from the Income Tax Act. When it comes to Companies Act, every company, the definition of a resident director means the director who stays in India for a total period of not less than 180 days. That means we need to stay for 180 days or more. 182 days. 182 days or more during the financial year. However, in case of a newly incorporated company, the above requirement shall proportionately at the end of the financial year in which it is incorporated. Independent director. There are certain criteria limits for an independent director. The criteria limits will see in the upcoming video.